It's no secret that Epcot is a favorite among many adults. A big part of going to Epcot is eating and drinking around the world, especially during the festivals. Your toddler or preschooler, on the other hand, probably won't think that's very fun. So, should you just skip Epcot if you are visiting Disney World with little ones? Absolutely not. Here's our top 5 reasons why Epcot is actually one of the most toddler and preschool friendly parks out of all of them. Epcot is huge, and there's more to Epcot than just rides. So there's actually room for little ones to move about and just play freely. There is a full playground located right on the back of Creation Shop. Now, you might not be thinking of a playground while visiting Epcot, but that 10 to 15 minutes on a playground may be the difference between your little one having a meltdown or being able to just get some energy out and move around freely. Sometimes little kids just need to run around and be able to climb on stuff, and they can do that safely in Epcot. There is also a water play area located just up the way out in front of Mission Space. Speaking of water, Journey of Water, inspired by Moana, is perfect for little kids to explore and play. This is a walk-through attraction that is full of hands-on play. Little ones can stick their hands in the water and actually interact with the different water elements. You don't really get wet throughout this attraction, so this is a great way to let them play with water without becoming absolutely drenched. There are no lines in this attraction, and you are free to move around at your own pace, which is great if you have a little one that's particularly fond of one of the activities or maybe not so much with another. This area is especially magical and pretty at nighttime, plus it's usually less crowded in the evening. The World Celebration Gardens just opened up the beginning of December 2023. There's nothing much exciting going on here, but that's just the point. There is a ton of space with seating and tables and just room away from the hustle and bustle of the park. If you need a quiet space or just even a moment away, this is a great area to take advantage of. Plus, it also has phone chargers, and at nighttime, there's a great view of Spaceship Earth, complete with the accompanying music. Epcot has more characters to meet than any of the other parks. Yep, you heard that right. Not only are there currently 18 different characters that you can meet in Epcot, but a lot of the characters can be met in their home countries around World Showcase. So for example, you can meet Elsa and Anna in Norway, Mulan in China, Snow White in Germany, and Aurora in France. Epcot is our favorite park to meet Mickey Mouse in. Inside Pixar Short Film Festival next to the Imagination Pavilion, you can meet both Mickey and Minnie. Not a lot of people bother to walk back here, so it usually has the shortest wait to meet Mickey and Minnie of any of the parks. Rides can be a bummer for kids too small to ride, but that's not the case in Epcot. There are actually more rides in Epcot without a height requirement than with one, and only 4 rides in this park actually do have a height requirement. Mission Space, Soarin', and Test Track all have a height requirement of 40 inches, and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind has a height requirement of 42 inches. That leaves 7 rides plus shows that your little one can actually enjoy in Epcot. And 3 of those rides are the 3 rides that are located in World Showcase. So let's talk about all of the rides available to your little one in Epcot. Spaceship Earth is the giant golf ball looking icon of Epcot located right at the front of the park. There's actually a ride in there. This is a slow-moving dark ride that teaches you about the history of communication. Overall, it's kind of a boring ride, but it is good if a nap or a break is needed. There are also tons of games and interactive exhibits once you exit the ride. The Seas with Nemo and Friends takes you under the sea with Nemo and his friends. This ride features multiple scenes from Finding Nemo, and it is also a slow-moving dark ride. The best part of this ride is that it ends in the sea base. The sea base is a 2-story aquarium that is great for little ones. Not only can they move around freely, but there are manatees, dolphins, stingrays, turtles, fish, sharks, and all sorts of marine life for them to discover and look at. This is also where you will find Turtle Talk with Crush, which is a cute interactive show where guests can ask Crush questions and interact with him in real time. Also keep in mind that you can enter the sea base without riding the attraction. So if your little one just needs to move freely and look at some fish, they can do that. Inside the land pavilion, you'll find Soarin', which we're not talking about that today since it has a height requirement, but this is also where you will find Living with the Land. This is a slow-moving boat ride that takes about approximately 20 minutes. It teaches you about agriculture, and you go through some of the Disney greenhouses. Now, this ride should be incredibly boring. You're just looking at plants, but it is amazing. For whatever reason, this ride is extremely relaxing. There are also many colors to look at, as well as some fish, so it seems to keep even a little one's attention. The last time I was on this, I actually had a 3-year-old little girl in front of me who wanted everyone on the boat to know that this was her favorite ride. And I couldn't agree with her more. Age has no limit when it comes to fan favorites for this ride. Journey into Imagination with Figment is located right next door in the Imagination Pavilion. Now, fair warning, but it has to be said, this ride is weird. I love Figment, everyone loves Figment, but this ride is just weird. Figment deserves a better ride. It does have a lot of bright colors, so kids will probably find it more favorable than adults, but you have been warned. It's a weird ride. Grand Fiesta Tour is located inside Mexico's Pyramid in World Showcase. This is another slow-moving boat ride that is similar to It's a Small World, but Mexico-themed. The 3 Calabreos featuring Donald Duck make their appearance throughout this attraction. It's cute, and it usually doesn't have a long wait. Plus, it's usually a favorite for little ones, thanks to Donald Duck. One of the most popular attractions in all of Epcot is Frozen in Norway, and it doesn't have a height requirement. There are 2 drops in this ride, one that goes backwards and one that goes forward, but they are very small. Think similar to the drops in Pirates of the Caribbean. There's also a scary scene with a snow monster, so use your discretion on whether or not this ride is right for your child. This ride is super cute, but be warned, there is a good chance that you're probably going to get wet, especially if you sit on the left side of the boat. The other ultra popular ride in Epcot right now is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in France. This ride shrinks you down to the size of a rat, and you go on a culinary adventure with Remy. The ride is a combination of a slow-moving dark ride and 3D screens. This is one of my favorite rides in all of Epcot, and I think it's super cute, super immersive, and just overall a really pleasant and happy ride that your toddler or preschooler will most likely love. Besides being able to ride all 3 rides in World Showcase, there are additional activities to keep your little ones busy while you enjoy some festival eats and drinks from around World Showcase. For each of the 4 festivals, there is a scavenger hunt available for purchase. This is going to be more for preschooler age and up, but this is a really fun activity for the whole family to join in on. Once you are done with the scavenger hunt, you can turn it back in for a prize. You don't have to finish the scavenger hunt all in one day, and you don't have to finish the scavenger hunt completely in order to receive the prize. If you are staying at a Skyliner resort, which includes the Riviera, Caribbean Beach, Pop Century, or Art of Animation, getting to and from your resort in Epcot is a breeze. Not only is the Skyliner the easiest and best transportation option in my opinion, but it makes traveling with little ones easier. A single stroller can be rolled right into the gondola without having to break it down. The Skyliner also usually has a minimal wait other than during peak times, which makes it easy to get on your way quickly and painlessly. This also makes it super easy to take breaks throughout the day. There is a lot for everyone to do in Epcot, including toddlers and preschoolers. We all know that little ones don't naturally come with patience, so it is incredibly important to structure your day so that it is continually flowing with just the right amount of downtime. The key to a successful Epcot day, especially with little ones, is having a plan and strategy so that you make sure you are maximizing your time and minimizing the time spent wasted in long lines or walking an obscene amount of steps. Our Royal Treatment Service does just that for you. You can skip the planning altogether and just show up to have an amazing time with your family with your own personally crafted itinerary. We specialize in expertly planning out your Disney park days so that you can have your best Disney vacation possible with less stress and more magic. Don't hesitate to reach out for a free phone consultation. I'll put the link down in the description below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it super helpful, and if you did, please give it a like for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any new videos. I'll see you all next week.